and all of that good stuff. So I'm just going to make sure technology is working with us, and we will get right to it. All right, so I'm just going to check to make sure that you guys can see my screen and that we're good to go with that aspect. Is everybody good? See the screen? Joe, Jeff, awesome. All right, guys. Well, like I said, my name's Casey, and I'm going to be your host. And so, you've been in the group, or you saw a post, or you've seen a friend, and they are just so excited about what Isagenix has done for their life. And so I started Isagenix back in August 2012. I was a pediatric oncology nurse, and I just didn't know really the devastation that really has happened with food, and just how lacking it is in nutrition, and just how over polluted we are. And so a dear friend of mine introduced me to Isagenix, and a big thing is this is a wellness company. It's not a weight loss company. We do have weight loss aspects. If you guys joined us last week, you saw the amazing Albie Shepherd and just how ripped he is. We have some more great athlete information for you guys tonight too. So it really is just all about wellness. So I'm just going to let some people share their stories so that you can really see, hey, maybe this is something that, I really have been on my hands and knees praying for. And I honestly, guys, I feel like I nurse now just as much as when I did when I was nursing. We are not a drug company. We don't make any medical claims. We don't cure, treat, diagnose, or prevent anything, but we are incredible nutrition, and our bodies are absolute miracles that do wonderful thing with nutrition. And so here we have two of my very dear friends that are going to share with us, Dr. Joe and Shanna Boggs. So Joe, are you with us?
I am here. What's up? So how are you? So I'm excited about sharing tonight because as a chiropractor, I've been practicing for about 10 years now. And if you've ever talked to a chiropractor, you know that people bring us things all the time. They talk to us about stuff. And for me personally, I had struggled with my weight my entire life. And I was one of those people that was doing the protein drinks. I was eating organic foods. I was working out about 5 to 6 days a week. So surprisingly, that picture on top is doing quote unquote all the right things. And somebody brought me Isagenix, and I was very skeptical about it because, like I said, people bring me things all the time. But I looked into it and trying to find out what was wrong with it, because this is what I had studied in school, and I had never seen something put together so complete. And I thought it was just too good to be true. But I decided to give it a shot because I was at a point where I was basically sick and tired of feeling the way I was feeling and not getting any results doing what I thought were the right things. And so I decided to give it a try and started back in 2014. And what I noticed was within a couple of days, I felt like a light switch had been turned on. I just felt, I don't know what I just felt more energy. I felt like something was happening, something vibrationally was happening inside my body. And I just knew that now I'm on to something. And for me, I lost from the top picture to the bottom picture, took about 2.5 months. And it was simple as just putting this nutrition in my body. I wasn't starving myself. I was having better workouts in the gym. I was increasing my weights. I had more energy. I was sleeping better. And, I just got off of a seminar this weekend about nutritional testing in the body and just learned, it just enforced more and more that we are so exposed to so many toxins in our life. If you are walking outside, if you are breathing air, you are exposed to toxins. And the cliches that people are talking about with cleanses, with juice cleanses, it is a cliche term. It very much is. And Isagenix just has they're 10 steps ahead of where everybody is, and they're actually addressing what the body needs. And so you put this in your body, you will get results, and it's feeding your cells the way you need it to. So we are just excited about this.
I tell you, as somebody, a chiropractor, just like you said, just looking at everything, and I've been in y'all's house. You really do just live the lifestyle, the holistic lifestyle all the way around. And gosh, you give your kids Isagenix, your Isagenix family. So Shanna, share your story with us. She's a homeschooling mom to those 3 beautiful children right there that you see. And she used to be a teacher, and they really just health is so important to them. And just how's it impacted your life, Shanna?
Hey, well, first of all, as a busy mom of 3 kids, I started off, with Joe going to chiropractic school, we learned so much about nutrition. And so when our oldest was born, we said we're going to do everything right by our kids nutritionally. And so we started making their baby food. We did so much research that we were buying locally. We were buying all clean food organically. We were buying from, the local farms. And, we were eating that way too. And you see the picture of both of us. I was full of inflammation. I had no idea. And I just thought that because I was busy and because I was a mom, I was supposed to nap every day. I thought I would always hold on to extra weight around my tummy, which is for me where my weight was. And my hormones were raging totally after having 3 kids in 3 years. I was not only a breakfast skipper, but I was an overeater. I was overeating healthy food, but I was still overeating. And so I never had issues with my weight before. But the tummy weight that I had was so discouraging. I looked pregnant all the time, and no amount of diet or exercise could really do anything for me. So Joe brought this home, and he said, we're going to do it. We're going to do it together. We're going to get a 30-day system, or we're going to split it. And, of course, I trusted him. And I was amazed at very, very shortly on that my inflammation was gone, that I wasn't napping anymore, that I could fit into my size 4s again. I had 20 pounds that were just gone pretty quickly, and my belly was gone, which was really huge for me. As you can see my picture, I have no belly anymore. So when I started with the program, I was really desperate. I thought I was doing a weight loss program. I had no idea. I didn't really care. I just trusted what he told me. And so after I got such great results, that's when I really started looking into it for my children, and really looking into what it was. And the information that I found out was really important to us because we had a whole list of things that we wanted or did not want our kids to have or us to have. And that's when I realized that our products were all organic or sourced even better from organic in other countries that aren't allowed to do the things to their food that unfortunately we're allowed to do in the U.S. Our products are gluten-free, there's no GMOs, genetically modified. There's no soy, and the dairy in the products are from the happy cows in New Zealand. They haven't been given any antibiotics or growth hormones. Those are all things that we had steered away from. So we started giving it to the kids. Now our youngest was pretty easy because he was our most healthy eater, so he would like easily grab a shake or have a shake. The 2 older ones were a little harder. We had to start with some frozen yogurt, weaned down to milk, and sometimes some little carob chips on top with some powdered peanut butter and things inside of it. But now they do probably 4 to 5 shakes a week, sometimes half shakes, sometimes whole shakes. We mix it with water. And so they're fine doing it like that. And although the kids are really good, really good fruit eaters and pretty good vegetable eaters, we love the Isagenix greens to add to the kids' shakes. We even use the Fiber Pro to add to their shakes because there's more strains of probiotics in there too for them. They love the fruits, make great smoothies, the Isa fruits. They love the whey thins, the bars. It's just like our cabinet is really, got a lot of Isagenix products in it, so they can just grab and go what they need. The Hydrate is great for after sports or just playing outside. So all in all, it's just made my life a lot easier as a mom, and I know they're getting, really good nutrition.
Absolutely. And that's something too, I think we call it, the ISA life. I mean, really, we're just Isagenix families, and just the ease and the convenience is something that's just so powerful. And I know when I first looked at it, and my friend Jen was like, okay, talking about the value pack. I was like, oh my gosh, it's so expensive. But I was looking at it as an additional expenditure, and I actually saved a ton of money because it really is, you just talked about all of those things that we really are reallocating. It really is replacing. I mean, this is superfood. This is nutrition. We all spend money on food, and this is just the best food. So I love you guys. Your story is absolutely amazing. And I know somebody who loves the ease and convenience, since we talked a little bit about that, is this beauty right here, Montana. And Montana, she is a nurse, and what a transformation with that. And as somebody who was a nurse myself, I know what 12-hour days can do that turn into 14 hours sometimes in the charting. So Montana, just share your transformation with us. What are some changes that you've noticed on this incredible lifestyle?
Hi, Casey. Thanks so much for asking me to be a part of this and share my story. I feel very blessed that Isagenix has come into my life. Being a night shift nurse, I was a waitress during, college, high school. So I thought I understood the nightlife. No way. When you work 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., it is a different toll on your body. And I just felt drained. I started off 24 years old, feeling like I was 60. I wanted just to sleep the whole day away. I didn't want to get out of bed. I didn't want to take my dog for a walk anymore. I would basically on my days off sleep till 6 p.m., wake up for maybe 2-3 hours, and then go right back to sleep. I just didn't feel like myself. I started gaining weight around my stomach, around my legs. I just felt so self-conscious when I looked in the mirror, and I didn't love who I saw, and I knew that wasn't me. I was very active in high school. I did cheerleading, pole vaulting. I loved being active. So I knew that something had to change. And thankfully, my boyfriend's sister, who is a physician's assistant, so whatever she says, I usually just go by it. I trust her fully. She joined after having a 10.5-ounce baby, having awesome transformations just after a week. So I obviously didn't ask any questions, just joined, put the products in my body. Wow. After 4 days, I could just, like Joe said, the vibration in your body was just amazing. I couldn't stop smiling. I woke up before my alarm clock went off. I went 2 months basically not even wanting coffee. Now, I drink the Isagenix coffee because I love it. It tastes great. But I don't need that, all that like cream and sugar and all that. I call it the white girl goodness, the white chocolate mocha anymore to get my day going. So I've lost probably over 30 pounds. And I've kept it off. I love cleansing. I only cleanse when I'm at work because it keeps me busy and I keep going. And, you know, now I just got a puppy, so I have so much more energy to offer him and, you know, just my life and living as a 25-year-old and, you know, exploring. So I am so thankful for the transformation that Isagenix has brought into my life.
Oh, I love it. I feel like I'm on like this mission to help nurses. You just know what those 12-hour shifts do to your body. And, you know, you talk about you're so young, but you were just, the energy's not there. And then my gosh, for swing shifters, you guys, if you guys know anybody that works night shifts or swing shifts, like you just deserve to tell them about cellular cleansing and Isagenix. And I also loved what you said too, Montana, like, you know, cleansing at work. I did not leave the house the first day I saw, did my cleanse, because it says cleanse for life on the bottle. And I was like, no, but I do a ton of travel. And I love cleansing even on travel days when you're busy, you're going to the airport, talk about saving a ton of money and not spending money on all that crap. So awesome share, girl. I love it. I know you've inspired a ton of people. For some reason, people in healthcare often treat themselves just horribly with nutrition and not taking care. So it's always great to see nurses and anybody in healthcare too, just really being the example. So next up, we have the beautiful Judy. You guys will not believe she is over 55 years old, hot mama. Like when everybody's talking about, oh my gosh, you know, it just gets harder as you get older. When you get in your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, you were just like reversing that whole process. Share your story with us, Judy. You look amazing.
Thank you. I started Isagenix a year ago, March, but I was working with a teacher friend of mine, Stacy Hofer, and she told me about Isagenix in September before that when she started working at school. And I'm like, what are you doing? I started drinking the shakes and stuff. And she told me about it and added me to the Health and Action page. And I kind of sat there and watched the stuff. And then she called me up in March. And as we all know, in March, you get the doldrums and everything's like, blah. And she goes, we got this special. Do you want to join? And I had not said a word to my husband, nothing. I said, sign me up. And what had happened is I was a person that really had good genes. I'm very thankful that way, but I hit menopause and didn't really know it. And the weight that I used to be able to, I gained a few pounds, I'd take it off. Well, it wasn't coming off. And I gained a few more pounds and it wasn't coming off. And so I got to a point that I really was not happy with myself. I'm only 5'4". So as you know, people that are smaller and small boned, weight, you can tell. And so I got to the picture you see that's before, and I was like, oh no, I can't do this anymore. So I joined, I did the leap of faith, kind of like Montana said, and within a few days could feel total difference. And I was like, okay, I'm 55 years old. I'm going to be realistic. I'm just going to lose 10 pounds. That's it, because I'm not going to be able to lose more than that. I'm getting older. Within 6 weeks, I lost the 10 pounds. And I'm like, okay. And here again, everybody's different. But for me, I lost it within 6 weeks. So at that point, I was approaching my 10-year anniversary with my husband, and I'm like, okay, is there any way I could lose another 7 and be the weight I was when we got married 10 years ago? And sure enough, within 3 months of me starting, I was down to that weight. And since then, I've still lost another 5 to 6 pounds, depending on the day. So I went from thinking, oh, I will only lose 10, that I've lost 22, 23 pounds. And the system's easy. I was never active, but yes, I did start walking. I don't go to the gym. I just kind of work out, here at the house and do things. So it's been wonderful. It's been life-changing for me.
I love it. And you guys, Isagenix, we do have clinical studies that, that we can reference. And I know we post a lot about our clinical studies too, where it does talk about, that about 11 days, at 7 to 9 pounds is that clinical study that they did. And, what you said too, I don't know about you guys, if you've been in the gym or if you've seen people and it's like they're showing up or they're on the treadmill and they're doing the same thing and they're not getting results, and it's heartbreaking to see people working so hard. It really is so much to do with nutrition when you're really talking about getting results, and especially good nutrition. We are so starved nutritionally, right? And we're stuffed calorically. And when you're talking about getting nutrient-dense food, when you're talking about getting high protein, yes, carbs, right? We're not like, oh my gosh, you can't have any carbs. We're talking about good, complex carbs that your body needs. It's not about deprivation. It's about you're still being able to, go out and make smart choices and live life. And, it's just such a great, easy lifestyle. I think that word, it takes 2 minutes to, blend up breakfast or lunch, and then dishes for me was like one of my favorite things. Homegirl isn't a fan of doing dishes. So that was one of my favorite. You look amazing. And for 2, anybody, everybody deserves to be on, anybody 18 and older really, as far as our Isagenesis too. And I'll talk a little bit about that just for our healthy aging guys, but we have our START program too. But I'm telling you, it really, if you're talking about just a quality of life, right? It's not about quantity, it's about having quality of life. And if you really look at these clinical studies from Isagenix, 56% more weight loss, 47% more fat loss. And that's the key. A lot of times we have people that join Isagenix and this lifestyle, and it's like they don't want to lose weight. My friend Jennifer, who introduced me, she did not want to lose weight. She actually wanted to gain lean muscle. There's a very big difference between weight loss and fat loss. So when you're talking about that fat loss, this is something twice as much visceral abdominal fat. You guys, that is the deadly fat. That is the fat around your organs. And then too, it wasn't just about doing for people that are doing maybe one of the weight loss aspects of it, it's about like following up and seeing how much lean muscle mass still increased over time, how much, toxins decreased, and all these things, and people actually able to maintain weight loss. It's not about this quick get weight off and be done. People say, do I have to do Isagenix every day? I said, well, do you eat every day? I know I eat every day personally. Every single day, our cells die and our cells rebuild. And so when you're talking about having studies like this, and we're really going to let Jeff touch on the performance aspect. They've been in the fitness, him and his beautiful wife, Debbie, for years, and just what they've seen. But really, when you're talking about these performance studies too, Albie touched on a lot, but 3 times more lower back and hamstring muscle flexibility, 14 times more lower body explosive power. That is nutrition. You are what you eat. And I think I can speak for everybody, right? Everybody loves to indulge. Everybody loves, food is a part of our culture and our life. And so to have a system that you can incorporate that, to have incredible studies like this, that's one thing about Isagenix too, with the no compromise products, and the science is there. And so for all of our researchers out there who might not just say yes, like Judy in Montana, right? Maybe a little bit of research going into it. You can rest assured that you can really find the good stuff. People often want to know, well, how does a 30-day system work? Even if you're somebody who wants to really put on weight, well, it's still always a rebalancing system to really start out. It's as simple as you're doing 2 shakes a day. They really are like milkshakes, especially if you add those greens in it. You're having a well-balanced meal, obviously, you know, based on your height, your size, your activity, all of that's going to depend on, you know, making adjustments for the amount of calories that you're taking in, a sensible meal. We're having snacks, and then you have 4 cleanse days out of a 30-day system. If you are pregnant or breastfeeding, you're not doing the deep cleanse days, so that would get adjusted for you. You obviously wouldn't want impurities, you know, going through your placenta or through breast milk, but it really is as simple as that. And we have great cleanse support, and of course we have our Ageless Essentials with Isagenesis. You guys, that's a presentation itself. Be sure to search the group though on the Isagenesis and the telomere support. There's videos that are dedicated to that. But here we have like just our basics, you know, our 4 shakes that you're going to get, canisters. You can also do convenient packets. You can have higher protein in those. All right, Onyx Supreme, you guys, this is like a stress buster. It has adaptogens in it. So it just really, no matter what your body's adapting to, athletes love it for recovery. People use it to wake up. My husband takes it before bed. Then we have our E-shots, our greens, bars. I mean, it's just, this is a great grocery store. The Whey Thins that Shannon was talking about, Isodelights, because friends don't let friends cleanse without chocolates. So, and then too, how many of you have like just so many vitamins that are in your cupboards that you don't take, right? Because it is just like, it's just not convenient. It's not easy. And I know for me with traveling, it's so easy to have these little AM and PM packets and just these grab and go snacks. E-shots, it's not like your 5-hour energy. You really are getting just adaptogens in that, yerba mate, like green tea, so you're not having those crashes. And Isagenix, we are a direct marketing company because who wouldn't want, if you have a product like this, who would not want to be able to have their friends and families be able to share that? We personally don't put money into advertising, which is really companies like their biggest overhead. And so it actually just goes back to the people. So we have an Eat for Free club. If anybody wants to be in that, it's such a gift that not only are you putting amazing nutrition in your own body, but you're inviting other people that you could be suffering in silence, really, that are struggling, or even people that are already on a healthy lifestyle that are just looking for ease and convenience, or they're tired of meal prepping. And so there is that opportunity to eat for free. I know for me, it started as that, and then it was a cell phone payment, and then it was a, you know, car payment and a mortgage payment. So that's something that we say, you know, that it's absolutely there for anybody who wants to be a part of just an incredible company that's been around for 15 years. And really, if you know the owners, they're amazing people. So that is an opportunity that if anybody wants to take, they absolutely can. Or you can be a closet user, and you can you don't have to tell anybody about Isagenix at all, and we will be happy to make sure that they get set up. If you don't want to share it with anybody, you absolutely don't have to. But I think there's like this moral obligation almost when you really start to experience this nutrition. You really want to help people. I see James is on. He's down 100 pounds. Like, that's amazing. My sister down 100 pounds, you know, it's like, you just want to shout it to the rooftop. So I'm going to let this stud right here that we see these washboard abs. And yes, like I do the ab check with these gentlemen to make sure that, you know, quality check for sure. But I'm going to let you Jeff, just touch a little bit on us, like for really people, the athlete side. And then I know you were somebody who was just like skeptical is all skeptical. And Debbie, your beautiful wife, she actually started just really looking for good nutrition for her health. And it started the whole thing. So just kind of share your story with us. Or if anybody's like, you know what, I'd love to eat for free, or I'd love to create some additional income from our family. I mean, you guys are Isagenix millionaires. And so we would just love to hear your story.
Beautiful. Hey guys, thank you first off for showing up and listening to this. And a little bit about my story. I was the biggest skeptic there was. And all these people on here, especially, well, one of them, Casey, knows it. And, my wife got on this product about 5 or so years ago, and a little over 5 years. And me being in the film industry for over 36 years. I used to fight competitively too. I've always been in shape. And in my 50s, I'm 57 years old, almost 58 years old. And I lost it around 50, 51, 52. I lost it, and I blew up from 200 pounds to about 200 pounds, 34-inch waist to 250 plus. pounds to a 38-inch tight waist. And that was when it got tight. That's when my head snapped. I was like, wait, this ain't happening. And but I was a skeptic for a whole year. My wife tried to get me to do this program, and I told her, no, I can do it myself. And it just kept getting worse and worse for me. You know, I guess older, being in the film industry and stress. And she decided to do this as a business, because just helping people. She had a lot of clients. You know, she was a trainer. And so she got all her clients on. I thought, you know what? Give me the box, you're getting everybody else. I was fed up with myself. I jumped on this. My head spun. I went from 250 plus pounds to 190 pounds, from a 38-inch tight waist to a 31-inch waist. Best shape of my life. I'm hold from right now about 68% body fat. And I've been on this product for 4+ years now. And I'm telling you, do not be a skeptic. Do not. It'll change your life. If you can just forget the weight loss. Forget the weight loss. Forget how I look. The way I feel is night and day. Just the feeling is worth it. The energy and all that. But you know what? We all need to live. We all deserve abundance in life. We all deserve to live a long, healthy life. And if you're not willing to step up and take control of it, you're going to live a compromised life usually, if you're on that path like I was on. And so I just, Isagenix feels so strongly about their product because of the results we have. 15 different countries we're in, and there's no other company in the world that has results that we do. They offer 100% money back guarantee. So I grab all my friends and I just say, dude, you're doing it, period. I'm not going to sit around and watch you suffer the way you are. It works. And, you know, Isagenix has blessed us beyond belief, because we come from a serving heart like Casey does. And we met Casey, I'm going to say something real quick. We met Casey at the very beginning of our journey, when I was still a skeptic. I just got on the product, just having my transformation, just realizing I seen this lady get to work on serving others and helping others change the blueprint of their life physically and financially, but physically. We all got, and so my wife and I, we just jumped on, and my transformation happened. I had a test to have a testimony that was unshakable. And I just went after every one of my friends, everybody that touched me in my life and helped me. And I thought, you know what? I'm not going to stop sharing with this, because I can change the blueprint of somebody's life forever. And we've been able to share it with thousands of people throughout the world, and to see the lives that have been changed physically, it's unbelievable. It's emotional. And knowing that they're going to live a long, healthy life and get to enjoy life and not live a compromised life, that's what it's about. It's not about the money. And the money has been a blessing to me and my wife and I. Isagenix retired me 2 years ago, 12 and a half years early, from an industry that I was dying in. Deep sleep deprivation, and the hours I was putting in, I was going to have to go until I was 67 years old. And now, healthy as can be, my beautiful wife and I right here get to travel the world and change people's blueprint of their life. You know, and when you come from that heart, that's what you get to do. So anything else? You want me to hit on this AmpLine stuff?
Yeah, I'd love to hear that. And just Debbie, is somebody like, you know, who was training people, or people who come and pay money because they want to see results in their body, you know, and what's the difference as far as from a trainer standpoint, for anybody who's watching this, it's that of, like, really, how can you bless your clients more? Like, what's the difference too in your life as a trainer? Like, can you just touch just a second on that?
Oh my goodness, there's so many components to that. I'll try to get the top ones, but there, you know, any trainer knows that it's 80% nutrition, right? And when a client leaves our site, we might have them log their food. We might give them a meal plan. We might tell them where to go. We might even pick up the stuff for them, but we're not with them 24/7, and we don't see what they're doing here. So they come back to us, and we beat their bodies up as best we can to whip them into the shape that they want to be in, but it's about what they're putting in their mouth. And meal prepping and being very mindful and shopping and having the veggies, the fresh veggies on board and all the organic food and all the fresh meats, blah, la, 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 getting all that together is almost a full-time job. So Isagenix makes it so completely bonehead simple. They're getting that great nutrition, that undenatured whey protein that is quickly absorbed into their system, and that visceral fat is hit like that. And then it just starts melting off. And so as a fitness trainer, I started getting all my clients on Isagenix, and they were having quicker, faster, better, healthier results in Isagenix and the gym than non-Isagenix in the gym. Just, it was mind-blowing, the results. And so I had so many clients get so healthy, not just thin, not just ripped, not just lean, so healthy that it became a full-time job, me sharing Isagenix with people. So I actually retired from being a fitness instructor, because you know what? There's only so many hours in a day, and I was sought after, but there's only so many hours in a day, so many hours in a week that I could work. And retiring out of that industry and being full-time Isagenix, I can help so many more people because I can work from my phone, or I can work from home, or I'm just more accessible than being at a gym or going to people's homes. So that's the 2 points that I love about Isagenix from a fitness professional standpoint.
Love it, love it, love it. What do you guys feel about the AMP line there for anybody who is, as far as, how do you guys use those products right there? How do you use the AMP?
So basically everything I'm looking at, I consume. In this picture, I consume every bit of it. We do Isoline Pro morning and night. Now, so my daily routine is basically I get up in the morning, have my Isoline Pro shake, and then around 10 o'clock we head to the gym. I take the Nox, and then I take the Nitro. It was the Amp Power. Well, I still do both, which the Amp Power, let me hit on the nitrate. The Nitro. The Nitro has a little bit of caffeine in it, so that's great in the morning too. So it does, I see a big difference. I'm loving it. And so I get up in the morning, I have my Nox, I have an E-shot, and then I take a scoop of Nitro, and I head off to the gym. I hit the gym hard, and my workout is unbelievable. I mean, focus and the swelling of the muscles, because I can feel the blood getting in the muscles. And then right after my workout, I take 2 scoops, and you do this immediately right after your workout, because you have a half-hour absorption level in protein into your muscle. And so what I do is I take it with me to the gym. I take 2 scoops of Isoline Pro in a Ziploc baggie, and I take 2 scoops of Amped Recovery and put that in the Ziploc baggie with it. And immediately after my workout, I shake it up and I drink it on the way out. And that's how I hit it. And then sometimes I'll, at the gym too, for a refreshing drink, if I want, I'll take another shaker cup, and I put greens in it, Ionix, and lemon lime replenish. I mean, hydrate.
Yummy.
And I mix that up and drink
Swamp
that.
water.
And it's so important to get, like, the Nox and greens, that sends nitrous oxide into your bloodstream. Good green leafy lettuce and all that stuff. And that's what you want to deliver to your muscles. You know, you want the blood flow to the muscles. And even if you're extremely old, you know, I'm 58, almost 58, but if you're in your even 80s or whatever it is, that Nox you should be drinking every day, no matter you're working out or not, because you want your heart to have the right blood flow and have all that, to be as healthy as you can. So oxygenates your blood. And then right before I go to bed, after my night shake, you know, let me back up. So I come home after my workout, after I did all that, then I have a good protein-based lunch, you know, chicken breast, fish, salad, try to get another 40 grams out of that. And then I go throughout the day and then have a snack, another protein type snack. And then at night I have an Isoline Pro shake. And then the kitchen's closed. And then before I go to bed, lots of water throughout the day. And before I go to bed, I have 1 scoop of Isopro, a heaping scoop. with just some water, about half a shaker cup full, because that helps burn visceral fat while you're sleeping and helps repair muscle. So I do that before I go to bed. I eat my vitamins. And for snacks, you know, it's almonds, hard-boiled egg, half of my bar in the morning, half of my bar at night, or I do the amped bars because they're 28 grams of protein. So a lot of times we have boxes of amp bars here, and I'll have an amp bar throughout the day. So I'm taking in about 200 grams of protein plus 220 on a regular day with everything I've told you guys.
You got to be eating, guys. If you want those kinds of abs, you got to be taking some food, right? Let me tell you, everybody's like, oh my gosh, I like to eat too much. I'm like, man, Isagenix, you got to go to somewhere with the Isagenix people because they eat more than anybody I know. So I love you guys so much. It's so inspiring just how many people just really are blessed and helped by you guys. And again, you know, it all started from just being a product of the product. Isagenix is 30-day money-back guarantee, honestly, for the community and the support and the IsaBody. And you think about, you know, gosh, what it costs to belong to a gym or trainer and all those things. I would pay alone just for the support. But again, it really is reallocation, depending on some states have tax, some don't. So just get with whoever invited you to this so you can really talk about that. This value pack, though, that's the one that has the greens, it has the bars, they just toss in a free little travel blender so you can always stay, you know, prepared. And when you're prepared, you're successful. The Weight Bin. So this is one that I really encourage just for everybody. The Ultimate Pack is a great pack, too. We love that one. It, you know, might feel a little overwhelming if it's one person, but honestly, I ended up buying absolutely everything in that pack anyway. So if you can, like, that really is the way to go. The value pack is the most popular pack. And then for anybody, you know, when you're like, hey, just really straight up reallocation, I mean, you save money, you guys, on Isagenix. You really do. And again, you can join the Eat for Free Club if you want. And in 30 days, if you don't absolutely swear by it or love it, then you get your money back and you put some amazing nutrition in your body. Like, you know, what Jeff just said too. Really the only thing in not doing it or staying aseptic is what you could cost yourself by living a compromised life. And that's just in every area. So thank you guys so much for joining. And this is in the group. And I'm just looking forward to everybody's success. And if you're going to be doing the higher protein, down here we do add on for the higher protein. And yeah, so all right, guys, rock it out. And we look forward to you guys being one of our next shares. And for everybody who shared, thank you again. And thanks again, guys, for taking time out of your night to join us. So everybody have a great night. Bye. Let's see if I can get, there we go. Bye, guys. Thanks for the shares, guys.
You're welcome.